Well, hello and welcome to our missional equipping of the week. My name is Matt and I am the pastor of communications and online ministry here at FCC. One of the questions that I wish that I got more is, how can I take what we've learned from Discipleship Pathway and apply it online? It is almost unthinkable for someone not to have some sort of online presence in this day and age. And you are already involved in so many communities on the internet, and you might not even realize it just yet. So I am here to say today that all of the things that we have covered in Discipleship Pathway, they are applicable in your presence online as well. And so something that I like to do is to just go through my Facebook page and see what pages I like, what groups I like, what is coming up on my feed, and what ways can I engage in these communities that will show them the love of Christ, just as if I was prayer walking and being faithfully present in my physical community, in my neighborhood, with my neighbors, in my workplace, etc. And so some examples of ways this might look: it might be certain themes that you find of pages that you follow on Instagram. This might be different support groups that you are a part of on Facebook, or if you are a fan of a certain series of movies or TV shows, there are many groups that do that as well. And there's even groups that exist for localized meetups. And so I know that I myself am a part of an ultimate Frisbee group for the city of Fremont that I have not taken any steps to be a part of yet. But if I was more athletically inclined and more interested in ultimate Frisbee, then I would be able to take part in that community and take further steps. One way that I've been able to put this into practice is that I am a big fan of the show The Mandalorian. It takes place in the Star Wars universe. If you've seen anything on the Pun Pastor page, it is undeniable that I am a Star Wars nerd. And so there was this really cool tie-in that I found to the gospel in The Mandalorian. I wanted to post about it. Now, some groups don't allow religious posting, and you have to be a little bit careful about that. And it turned out that my theory was correct, and that it was a biblical tie into the show. However, I did not, despite wanting to, I did not jump in the group and say, "I told you so, I was so right, blah, blah, blah. This is all about the Bible, you're all wrong, and I am the best Star Wars fan ever." That would not be a very loving and Christ-like thing to do. However, I can continue to engage in those posts. And I got to have a good conversation with one of the moderators who had initially declined my post and say, "Hey, like, this is what we talked about." And they had made a post about it, saying, "Hey, we've been talking about this idea a lot. It turns out that it is a biblical tie, and typically that would be something not allowed to be discussed in this group." And so I was able to enter into that conversation from a position of someone who did see the parallel, but I was able to engage in that conversation with people who may or may not have experienced the love of God. And I was able to show them that, hey, I'm here and present and willing to engage in these conversations and build relationships. And I'm still a part of those groups to this day, and waiting anxiously for the next season of The Mandalorian to come out so that we can continue to have conversations about it. So my encouragement to you today, in short, is to try to identify those groups that you may already be a part of on the internet that you can engage in and live life as a digital missionary. Thank you.